Look at what I'm doing today. Hello and welcome back if you remember, and thanks for joining me, Nicola, if you're new. I've laid everything out and look at my inspiration. Let me grab the current catalogue from close to my heart. This is April-June 23 season catalogue and I'm using the Cosette. I love it. It's a shabby vintage paper collection and this one is my absolute favourite. So let's take a look at the idea from the Make It From the Heart volume 4 on pages 10 and 11. It's loosely designed around this one. This is a pattern and the measurements I can follow. I'm sorting the photos in this system, but I've already put them in place. However, nothing is stuck down yet. And I am going to follow this idea. I like this dyed together here with the mulberry, so I'm just going to do that off screen. I think it would look good there. And once I've put it on there, I'm figuring it's just what I'm after, which is nice. Because I'm doing a double page spread, I've placed down both of my Versamats, placed down the white base, and my first piece of card here is called Vanilla. It's 12 by 2 3/4. It's not standing out at the moment, so I've decided to use my old black ink pad here. I'm going to put some blending. I took my foam out of the way I store them in my Ferrero Rocher containers, and I'm just going to blend all the way around so that it will stand out a little bit more. I'm going to stick that down into place and I pop that 1/2 inch up from the bottom. This next piece I do the same thing. This is 12 by 2.5 inches, and I stick this one down 1/4 inch up. Now if I had enough of the mulberry cardstock, I would have cut 2 strips 12 by 1 5/8, but I only had some scraps. So I've cut bits down to put them in between. I know it's a bit sneaky of me, isn't it? It's again 1/4 inch, and I put one on both sides, and I'll put the one in the center later. Then I've popped the journaling mat down, and I've got these little strips here. I'm going to cut them in half. I got these from my consultant from the May Paper Picnic. She supplies a layout and I usually replicate it, and so do all her other attendants. However, I always mix it up a bit because I always have a bit of an idea of which photos I might use. So there's a I think it's 1/4 inch, might even be smaller, black cardstock, and you can see me gluing that down. These are 1/2 inch up from that other edge, the edge of the vanilla, and this piece is half a piece, so that is definitely 1/4 inch of so half of a piece of the zip strip that came in the same collection. And that zip strip's just a little bit shorter. I'm now going to stick the journaling mat into place, and there's no gap in between that. And I place this photo that already has a mat on it. Both of the photos are 6 by 4s, but I ended up putting borders on them. Now this one here I decided to do the blending, but I've popped it aside and done the second one for the next page purely because I like gloss photos, and it doesn't dry straight away, so I don't want to get it everywhere smudging on the base, so I let it dry for a little bit. And this is where I decide that I need to put that centerpiece in. So I'll just get that out of the way, and I can slide it underneath and put the other, make sure that's 1/4 inch, and put the other photos, adhere the photos down so that no one will know it's not a long continuous strip. Voila! So now for the other side. Same measurements, same card, same pattern paper, and the same applications. Because this side I use a refill instead of a piece of card as a base, it has like a little bit of a 1/4 of an inch edge on it, so it's much harder to use the Versamat to line things up. So I have to opt for my ruler. So you can see I've adhered my strips down. And if you're wondering what that little piece of sticky, for when I'm gluing things down, that little piece of, it's the, hang on a minute, we're moving, oh there it is, it's the non-stick mat from the Tim Holtz travel glass mat that I have on the side, so I just bring that in when I need it. Here I am sticking the other 2 pieces on the other side down, and lining that all up. And now I'm going to just check that it looks like this has 2 embellishments in those corners, so I might do those. Just having a look at anything else I might need. I'm going to concentrate on this top left hand corner here. It's time to dovetail those. Again, a zip strip, 1/2 inch, a little piece of mulberry cardstock that looks like that might be around the same amount. And I'm kind of just working out where they're going to go. Now, before I can cut those, I want to make sure the photo's stuck down so that I know it looks right, and then I can flip it over and cut those to size. And I'm going to, this little piece here I'm just fiddling around with, and I changed my mind a few times. I think it looks best there. Yep, that's good. And I'm just going to glue down the die that has "Together" written on it as my title. I'm just going to place a block over that just to help it stick down, just for a little bit longer so that the glue has a chance to adhere. There you go. Pop everything away, remove the Versamats, and I'm bringing in here the flip flap that I'm going to place on the right hand side there, just to show you how those colours all came in and why I chose them and how it's going to go. So afterwards, once I've put the page protector on there, that will stick down. Now I'm going to grab out my sequins and dot box. This is how I store all of my supplies. I think I'm going to opt for plain black, but I might also do a tiny little black diamante. So I'm working out where I want to put them, and I'm thinking of the theory of thirds. So I want to put a couple up here in this left corner. I'm thinking some down here near the journaling mat, and some near the "Together." And these dots come in different sizes, so I can play around with some variables there. And after I put those down, I decide that I would like the little itty bitty sequensy ones. They're just black ones, not even sure where I got them from. But once I've popped those on, I think that looks good. And you can also see that there's kind of like the third theory is, or some people call like a triangle theory, so that you're looking over the photos of the page. And yep, it definitely needs a little bit more. So I just pop those into place and see how it's just tying it all together. Now I didn't decide to put any extra on there. I think the photos and the pattern paper have enough going on. So I'm just having the end part to handwriting the journaling about the lovely day I shared with my daughter. It is a simple page and I really like it. I'll put all the details of what I've used in the description for you to check out, just in case I leave anything out. But thanks for watching. I'll add a video of the other 2 pages that went with this one at the end for you to watch. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you like it as much as I do. Take care. Bye for now.